There are many ways to unlock Enzo, but in this video, I'm gonna show you the best possible and most efficient route to unlock him. I'm also gonna show you how to obtain every material and how to maximize the use of your time. And lastly, I'm also gonna explain to you a couple of shortcuts you can take to unlock him the fastest. What's up, Descendants? Bob here, and this is my guide to unlock Enzo. If you want to see more videos for the first Descendant, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to support me, I'm gonna leave my Nexon creator code in the video description. Enzo is the 7th Descendant that I unlocked, but I decided to upload my guide on Enzo before Valby and Viesa because of the utility that he can provide to you by helping you find resources more easily. And because he's one of the best support Descendants for void intercepts, because he can constantly feed ammo to his teammates. To unlock Enzo, we're gonna need to do several things, and we're gonna divide this guide in 4 steps. First, we're gonna talk about the general recommendations to get him faster. Second, we're gonna talk about the blue materials and how to acquire them without having to go out of your way to farm for them. Third, we're gonna talk about the rare materials, and these are very easily farmable and will take you at the most a couple of hours to get all of them. And lastly, we're gonna talk about how to acquire the blueprints the fastest, easiest, and with the highest drop rate. So let's get started. First, let's talk about the base requirements to unlock Enzo. And it's actually not a lot. You can get Enzo after you fully unlock the White Knight Gulch, but there's a specific enemy that can be very tough to beat if you're lower level. It can definitely be done, but I highly recommend that you finish the main campaign and have your gear at least at level 90. This will help us farm faster. And you're also gonna need Bunny unlocked for a specific step, but we'll get to it later in the video. Now for the blue materials. We need to open resource and munition boxes for these. And to find these boxes, we're gonna use our radar, which we can use by clicking tab on PC or the right stick on console. This is gonna ping boxes that are within the radar's range, and will give us the exact location of these boxes. I recommend that as you're getting the purple materials in your downtime, use your radar and go open a couple of these boxes or more at a time. You do not need to open that many. Per box we get between 50 and 150 for one material, so it should take you 10 minutes to get all of them. Now let's talk about where to get the materials. In the Agna Desert, we can find the monomolecular extractors and the nanopolymers. In the White Knight Gulch, we can find the flectorite and the ceramic composite. The Echo Swamp, we can find the silicon, and in the Vespers, we can find the semi-permanent plasma. Now let's talk about the purple materials, and there are 3 of them that we need. The inorganic biogel, advanced neural circuits, and positive ion particles. For the inorganic biogel, there are a couple of places where we can get them, and it's in these 2 outposts shown on your screen. One is in the lumberyard and the other one is in the lost supply depot. But as we know, outposts have a 4-minute cooldown until we can restart them. So we're gonna do a little trick. Go to one of the outposts, and after you finish it, open your map and teleport to the other area. This will help us farm for these materials exponentially faster, instead of waiting for the timer to get to 0. For the advanced neural circuits, we're gonna do the Order Supply Warehouse Battlefield mission, which we can find in the observatory in the White Knight Gulch. This mission is gonna take you less than 5 minutes to complete, and we can get around 6 of these materials per run. So in about 30 minutes you should have all of them. And for the positive ion particles, we're gonna do the Commanding Ground Battlefield mission. And on the screen it says that it's gonna take you 10 minutes, but it's gonna take you less than 5 minutes to complete each run. Now this is where it gets interesting. I'm gonna show you how to get the blueprints the fastest. This can be a little overwhelming because there are several ways to get them, and they all have different difficulties and drop rates. But I did the research for you, and I'm gonna show you the places with the highest drop chance and that are fairly easy to do as well. First are Enzo's enhanced cells, and to get these we're gonna do the third option, which is to do a void fusion reactor in the Agna Desert. To get the blueprint, we need to do 3 things to activate the fusion reactor: 12 monomer shards, 3 polymer shards, and the amorphous pattern 28. This amorphous pattern gives us a 38% chance of getting the Enzo enhanced cells blueprint. To get the shards, we're gonna switch to Bunny and we're gonna do the void fragment in Rockfall, which we can find in the sterile lands. To activate the fragment, we're gonna use one of Bunny's skills to damage the fragment. And per completion, it will give us 4 monomer shards and 1 polymer shard. And to reactivate the fragment, just wait for it to respawn and restart the activity. And in 3 runs, you should have all the shards for 1 void fusion reactor. And to get the amorphous pattern 28, we're gonna go again to the Mirage Zone in the Agna Desert. And we're gonna do the outpost activity for a 20% chance to get the item. To repeat this activity the fastest, after you complete it, head to the gate on the west and travel to the next area. And when you respawn, travel back to the Mirage Zone. By doing this, you're changing to a different server. And with good luck, you can have a fresh outpost ready to be attacked. After we have the shards and the amorphous pattern, we're gonna do the void fusion reactor that is here on the Mirage Stone on the Agna Desert. Kill the boss to spawn the sphere, and use the pattern for a roll to get the enhanced cells. Next up we have the stabilizer pattern, and to get it we need to do a couple of things. First, we need to do the White Knight Gulch creeper mining operation. We need to complete this activity until we reach round 4, which has a 26% chance of giving us the amorphous pattern 39. The pattern can also drop after round 8 and 10. But I recommend stopping at either round 4 or 8 because on the higher rounds it gets tough. This pattern has a 38% chance on giving us a stabilizer. And to open it, we're gonna kill the pyromaniac. And after you do, interact with a reconstructed device. And open pattern 39 for a chance to get the stabilizer. The next blueprint that we need is a spiral catalyst. And this one should be way faster than the previous two. First, we're gonna do the Biolab infiltration operation to get patterns 37. And this activity will 100% give us the amorphous pattern, which makes the farming for Enzo a little easier. After we get the pattern 37, head back to Albion and fight the pyromaniac again. And after you do, interact with the reconstructed device and open pattern 37 for a 38% chance to get the spiral catalyst. And lastly, we have to get Enzo's code. To get the code, first we need to get the amorphous pattern 25, which is gonna give us a 38% chance to get the component. To get the amorphous pattern, we're gonna do the Echo Swamp defense special operation. And we have a 50% chance of receiving the amorphous pattern in round 10. So it should be fairly easy to get. After you get the amorphous pattern, head back to Albion. And now we're gonna kill the Dead Bride Void Fragment, which should be very easy to fight. Fight with the Dead Bride, and after you do, interact with the reconstructed device. And open pattern 25 for a 38% chance to get the code. At this point, you should have every single part needed to research Enzo. So head to Anai and interact with her to start your research on every blueprint. This process will take 8 hours per part. After you researched all 3 parts, you should now have every single part needed to research Enzo. And after 16 more hours of waiting, he is now finally yours for you to use. And that's all for this video. If it was entertaining or useful, please leave a like, it really helps out. And if you want to see more videos for the first Descendant, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Later.